made of. I know Dak Prescott's going to play hard. I never question that about him. I mean, he's a true professional. That's why I stick up for him. He never makes excuses. He's tough as hell. He makes a lot of big plays and big throws. He did not play his best last night. I understand that. And he's had a hard time against San Francisco. But I'll say what I've said about a lot of quarterbacks, and like I said already, quarterbacks in this situation where there's just nothing there, this is too much to expect him to carry the football team. And at the end of the day, as awesome as Dak Prescott is, yeah, he's not Mahomes or Lamar or Josh Allen who's going to be able to extend plays and just carry an offense on his back without very little help in certain situations. That's not what he is. He needs a little help, a little bit of a system to, help him out that way, a little bit of a running game, and Dallas has got nothing going right now that makes you feel encouraged on the offensive side.
See what I'm saying? I'm not the only one, y'all. What we are asking Dak Prescott to do with this roster, this coaching staff, that group of ownership is essentially like if someone were to tell you to go make them a sandwich and the only thing that they had in their home for you to make a sandwich with was a pack of ramen noodles, some mayonnaise, some tuna fish, and some other random condiments that aren't supposed to go on sandwiches. Chances are they're going to bring your ass a jailhouse spread back. Now, a jailhouse spread may have its novelties. There are some people that even eat it for fun. But it ain't a damn sandwich. And you're going to be mad because you asked for a sandwich. Not some noodles packed in with other ingredients, bruh. That's what Dak Prescott is dealing with right now. Cowboys fans want Dak Prescott to make them a Super Bowl sandwich. And all he got are the ingredients needed to make a jailhouse spread. Because that's essentially what this Cowboys offense is for any quarterback. And not even just the offense, the entire team and the way it's set up right now, the way his defense is playing right now, it's locked down. It's clink clink for any quarterback. Let's check it out. I have actual examples. I'm not just going to talk y'all head off this time. Be sure to subscribe for more Dak Attack content because we are 1,000 subscribers away from 25K. I definitely want to show my appreciation for you guys, so be sure to subscribe so we get that 25K. Y'all can see what I got in store for you, but come on, man. Let's get into it. Chris Sims ain't lying. Let's get to the statistics to prove that. RJ Ochoa dropped a very good statistic this morning via NFL Pro. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott has a tight window throw percentage of 22.5% this season, the highest in the NFL. What's more is that Prescott is the only qualifying quarterback above 20%. So Dak Prescott has undoubtedly the most difficult job of any quarterback in the league as far as just the target that he has to throw to. He's throwing into a tight window more than anybody. Let's keep it moving. Marinate on that statistic for a second. We're going to bring it all back around. Then we take a look at a game that happened the very same day the Cowboys lost to the 49ers. The Detroit Lions put complete foots to Tennessee Titans' ass, 52-14. Now, with this type of score, you would probably think that the Lions are being led by one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And undoubtedly, Jared Goff is playing some damn good football. A very safe brand of football, though. By no means is he carrying that team. He's doing just enough. You don't believe me? You think you need a quarterback to be 6-1 and have 52 points? Well, Jared Goff only needed 85 yards on 12 completions for the Lions to somehow score 52 points. Within those 85 yards, he managed to throw 3 touchdowns in those 85 yards. Hell, the running back threw a touchdown via David Montgomery. Both running backs ran for another touchdown. Damn! Amazing what happens when you have a complete team playing actual complementary football and your quarterback has weapons all over the field and a run game that can actually be complementary to a pass game. Damn! That's not the only example we got, ladies and gentlemen. The Kansas City Chiefs, they're 7-0. First place in the AFC West, undefeated, only undefeated team left in the NFL. You would think that Patrick Mahomes is playing out of his mind. 3-time Super Bowl champion. Clearly, Patrick Mahomes is probably having one of the best seasons of his career since the Kansas City Chiefs are starting off better than they've started at any point in time Patrick Mahomes has been there. Actually, this is probably the worst season of Patrick Mahomes' career so far, individually, from a statistical standpoint. He actually has thrown more interceptions than Dak Prescott. He has less touchdowns the interceptions, and he actually didn't throw a touchdown for the entirety of October until just this past Sunday. Patrick Mahomes has thrown for 1,600 yards, 8 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, has a quarterback rating of 84.9, which is only like literally half a percentage point higher than what Dak Prescott is playing at right now in a worse situation. And yet the Chiefs are still 7-0. And yet they went and picked up a guy off the street in the middle of the season, has only played 4 games and has 300 rushing yards already by way of Kareem Hunt. Not to mention you have a play caller and an offensive coach that actually understands situational play calling and when he needs to pull out his tricks, when he needs to run the ball, when he needs to establish the run, when he needs to put the ball in his quarterback hands, how to scheme guys open for his quarterback. And an organization that has done what they needed to do to put weapons around Patrick Mahomes. They got Rashee Rice, they got Xavier Worthy, then they went and traded for DeAndre Hopkins. They have completely retooled Patrick Mahomes' entire receiving core over the course of a season. He had a down season last year with a bad receiving core, won a Super Bowl even in that situation because they had a good running game and a consistent defense that, oh, that's part of it. The Kansas City Chiefs are probably 7-0 because even though they're only scoring 24.7 points per game, their defense is only giving up 17.6 points per game. So the Kansas City Chiefs offense doesn't actually have to do a whole lot, especially since the defense is playing that well. That's what happens when you have a head coach, weapons, a run game, and a defense that helps the quarterback out. The quarterback can actually struggle and be human. Patrick Mahomes is all world. He's all NFL, no doubt. And I'm not comparing Dak Prescott to Patrick Mahomes, but I'm saying quarterbacks need help. And even when they have help, they still sometimes struggle. And then that's when that help really shows how important they are. Because Patrick Mahomes can have the worst season of his career, and yet the Kansas City Chiefs are having the best season of his young career so far. Look how balanced and complementary this offense looks. 225 passing yards per game, 122 rush yards per game, 24 points scored per game, 17 points given up per game. Then we look at the Cowboys. 256 passing yards per game, 74 rushing yards per game. 21 points for, 28 points against per game. The Cowboys would have to somehow average 30 points per game with no run game, no weapons, and I mean no weapons outside of CeeDee Lamb. Jake Ferguson ain't there yet, outside of CeeDee Lamb. With no protection up front, they would have to somehow manage to score 30 points per game to even make it look statistically like they should be a winning team right now. Their record is exactly what it should be for the situation this team finds itself in roster construction wise. And just to put into context how bad 74 rushing yards per game is, it's the worst in the entire NFL. The Cowboys are literally ranked number 32 in the entire NFL, only behind the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Raiders have 79 rush yards per game. I say all this to say that maybe Dak Prescott hate boner boys. Maybe this isn't the season for y'all to try to take a victory lap talking about how bad Dak Prescott has always been and how you were always right, when literally every other piece of evidence and every piece of evidence this season, like I said, outside of San Francisco, every piece of evidence this season shows you he's in a situation that should be impossible for a quarterback to win in. And guess what? We still them same old Cowboys.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.